everyone, it is time for a new reading vlog, and today it's going to be my reading vlog for Smutathon, which is a readathon that I absolutely love. It's hosted by Riley and Lainey, and their channels are of course going to be linked down below. I love them both so much. You should definitely check them out if you haven't yet. And so this is a readathon that they have hosted for quite a while now, and I feel like I've participated every single time, and every single time it's just so much fun, and it is all about reading smutty books. There is a bingo board that I'm going to put up on the screen. I don't think I'm going to focus too much on the prompts, but I would like to have at least, one bingo just for fun. I do want to read some like fall themed, paranormal, cozy type books, but I also just kind of want to let myself mood read and maybe also read some smutty books that I've been wanting to get to for a while and haven't yet. So I kind of think it's going to be like a nice mix of those two categories, and I'm just super excited. So yeah, I think I'm going to talk about a few books that I have planned because I have a lot of options that I'm super excited about, and the intro would be way too long if I talked about all of them, but I have 4 physical books that I'm super excited for that I'm going to mention first, and then we'll see. So the first one that I have here is a historical romance. So for me, I feel like historical romances just feel so cozy, and I just absolutely love reading them in any kind of like gloomy, cold season. So that is Lord of Wicked Intentions by Lorraine Heath. I have heard a lot of amazing things about this, and I have absolutely fallen in love with Lorraine Heath. I don't know anything about this besides it being a historical romance, and when I read books by my favorite authors especially, I don't usually look into the synopsis because I just wanted to surprise me, but I know that a lot of people love this one, and I'm just so ready to dive in. The next one that I'm absolutely super excited for that I'm sure I'm gonna read is Drag Me Up by Art and Virtues. This is a book that I've mentioned before, and I just talked about it in my last reading vlog when I did a 48-hour readathon. I was gonna read it there, but then I thought it'd be a perfect book for Smutathon. So this is a Hades and Persephone retelling, and I've been dying to read it. It's like 260 pages. So I think it's also going to be a super quick one to read. The next one is a witchy book, and that is Witch Please by Anne Aguirre. And this one I recently came out. 2 of my favorite authors like blurbed it on the book. Kristen Callahan said that it's a lovely breath of fresh cinnamon scented air. It's sexy and sweet, and it's the soft, adorable romance we need right now, which like the entire thing is just perfection. Sounds like everything to me, and I absolutely love Kristen Callahan, and I think I really trust her opinion, so I can't wait. And then Courtney Milan said sheer happiness in a book, and again, obviously I want to read witchy books. I actually want to read Strange Love by Anne Aguirre, so that is the same author, and that is an alien romance. So I heard about this book a while ago, and since then I just haven't gotten to it because like I'm not like into alien romances. I haven't really found one that I like really loved, but I'm not necessarily against it. I'm like, for Smutathon, I should try it out again. And it is also one of the prompts, which is just aliens, and so I think that this would be really great, and I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be like super sweet and steamy or something like that. I think it might have like a cinnamon roll hero or something, which I'm always here for. And the last physical book that I have here is Hidden Moon by Jeannie Lynn. So this one is another that I think is perfect for fall and spooky season and this whole week. It's like a historical romance with a mystery, and I have mentioned it before, I really hate mysteries, but I just think that if it's going to be like a great historical romance with a little bit of a mystery aspect, then I could still love it. And Nick from Nick of the Books recommended this to me, and I really trust her opinion. So I think I'm going to love this, and I'm going to give it a try. And it's, again, just look at the cover. This is giving me major like Halloween, spooky season vibes, so I am here for it. One book that I'm super excited to read that I want to put it out there because I've been wanting to read it for so long that I really just need to make it happen, and that is Lesson in Thorns by Sierra Simone, and I'm pretty sure this is one of like Riley's favorite books. I also feel like the cover just kind of gives me like gothic fall vibes, and even what I've heard about the book, it's just kind of like gothic and like has that vibe that I think is perfect for this week. Once again, one more thing that I completely forgot about because I'm a dumbass is I already kind of started a book that I'm definitely going to be reading and finishing super soon because I was just so excited for the readathon, and yesterday I just needed something to read and I was like, you know what? I am going to start The Rogue of Fifth Avenue by Joanna Shupe. So I got like 25% into this one, and this is a historical romance once again, and I'm pretty sure this could work for like the rivals and enemies prompt. And the plot of this is the heroine, Mamie. She's basically like a Robin Hood type of person. She steals from the rich to give money to the poor. And then the hero, what's his name? Frank. He's a lawyer working for her father, and he basically like catches her stealing, and then she ends up asking him for help to like get to one of her close friends out of prison because she gets, she is put into prison unfairly. It has a New York setting. I'm enjoying it so far. I'm not like super in love with it yet, but it's definitely a super fun time, and I think it's only gonna keep on getting better. And I recently read My Dirty Duke by Joanna Shupe, which would have also been perfect for Smutathon because that one is super steamy and it's so good. I absolutely loved it, and so I was like, you know what? I need to read this series finally. So I think that is the first book that I'm gonna read. Probably gonna pick up also something on an ebook or a physical book. One more thing that I'm gonna quickly say is I'm actually gonna end the readathon a little bit early because it's supposed to go from Monday to Sunday, which, it ends on Halloween. And I'm pretty sure I'm gonna read so many books in the next 5 days that I'm gonna have way too much for one vlog anyways. And I also decided that I want to read a 48-hour readathon on Halloween. So that is going to be another, spooky, fun, paranormal, cozy vlog that I'm super excited for. So yeah, again, I'm sure I'm still going to read a shit ton of books in here because I'm just in such a strong reading mood. So yeah, that is finally it for the intro, and let's just get into the reading vlog.
Sometimes I think about myself. I wish I was somewhere else, far from my fear, anxiety, far from my weakness. I could be gone, but I'm just afraid. I refuse to fix the problem, and I think I can carry on. You can lie, you can try, but you'd like to leave this feeling. We got to breathe, to dig, to live the life we are dreaming.
It's time for an update. It is 8:39 p.m. now. I definitely haven't read as much as I wanted to, but the week is young. I was gonna continue with The Rogue of Fifth Avenue and just, finish that, but then my head started hurting, so that is kind of like the main thing that slowed me down, and when my head hurts, it's really hard for me to listen to audiobooks, and so I put it down for now. I don't know if I'll listen to a little bit more later tonight because I do feel better, or if I'll read the other book that I started instead, which is Trust Fund Fiancé by Naima Simone. It is a marriage of convenience, and it is by Naima Simone, who I really love. I have really enjoyed some of her books in the past. I haven't read that many, but I read at least like 2 or 3, and she writes really amazing, like angsty and really steamy romances, and so I just knew that this would be good. The two main characters have known each other for quite a long time, and they're friends, not only best friends, but just, they know each other. They have a nice chill relationship, and at the beginning of the book they basically end up deciding to get engaged for convenience reasons because, marriage of convenience. And that is basically that the heroine needs to either get married or be 30 to be able to access her grandmother's inheritance. And so that is kind of the main thing. It's definitely like a rich people type book, which I really enjoy. I really like books about rich people. So far, I really don't like any of these side characters. Like, the heroine's dad is super frustrating. I really don't like him, but I really like the two main characters, and I'm super excited to see where their romance goes. And I feel like I haven't even spent that long reading, so I think that I can definitely finish this today. So that is that. And I did also read a tiny bit of Witch Please. I was like, you know what, I should pick up a physical book, especially because my head was hurting and I didn't really want to look at the screen, and but I only read 10 pages of this, so don't really have thoughts, but I do feel really excited to read it, and I think it's going to be a really nice, lighthearted read. I don't know if I'll do another update tonight. It depends on how much reading I get done, but either way, I'll talk to you soon. It is almost midnight now, and I have now finished the 2 books that I started, so I'm really happy. I didn't even expect to finish both of them, especially, when I last talked to you, but I just kind of really wanted to read and didn't want to do anything else, and here we are. I kind of have a little bit of mixed feelings about both of them, so let's talk about it. So the first one that I finished was Trust Fund Fiance, and I enjoyed this book, but I'm not really sure how to describe it, but I felt like the romance in this was both rushed and too slow at the same time. So I feel like in the first half of the book, nothing really happened with it. Like, there were hints of them, like being attracted to each other and stuff, but nothing really developed that much, and then I felt like in the second half it just all happened way too quickly. Reagan's, the heroine's father, was just so frustrating, and he was just really controlling. Didn't fully love it as much as I thought, but I'm so happy that I read it. It was still like a quick and fun read. If you really like Marriage of Convenience, I would still recommend you try it out. And then The Rogue of Fifth Avenue, I actually kind of had some similar issues. I feel like there were a lot of things happening in the plot that I also didn't fully just care about, because again, I just love things focused on the romance. And this one also had a super frustrating father who was really controlling. Definitely check out trigger warnings for this one. There were some things that happened that I never heard anyone mention, and so I'm gonna have them on my Goodreads, so please do check that. So it kind of honestly ended up kind of upsetting me, which is not something I want from romances, but I did love the 2 main characters, and they had amazing chemistry, and it was really steamy, and that was really great. So again, didn't love it as much as I thought, especially because I heard so many people talk about it and rave about it, but I think hopefully I'm gonna like the next book in this series more. And again, like, when it comes to the romance itself, that was super strong and I loved it, and I also absolutely loved Mamie, the heroine in this book. So I'm gonna move to bed soon, but I want to pick up an ebook before I go to sleep, and I think that the one that I might pick up is Neighborly by Katrina Jackson. This is a book that I wanted to read last week before the readathon. I didn't have time to get to it, but what better time than now? I feel like this one is exactly what I need. I think it's going to be really comforting, and what I've heard about it is that it's super steamy and also has like really healthy communication, and it's polyamorous between 2 couples who live next door to each other, I'm pretty sure. Katrina Jackson is another author that I really love and want to read more books by. This one is a novella, so it works for that prompt, and I don't know if it works for anything else. I'm excited to read it. I probably won't read the entire thing before going to bed, but I wanted to talk about it and mention it just in case I do. It is Tuesday now, and I have a few updates. Last night, I did end up reading Neighborly and the entire book. I didn't even think in the end that I would manage to read so much, but the second that I started this book, I was just so invested, and I loved it so fucking much. Like, I thought, it's gonna be a fun time, it's gonna be a great book, but I completely fell in love with all the main characters. They were just absolutely incredible, and while this book is mainly just super steamy and nothing much else happens, I felt like the relationships in here were so strong, and it was just the best time hanging out with the characters, and it was just incredible. All of them were incredible. Katrina Jackson is definitely on the way to becoming one of my favorite authors. And I don't even know what else to say. All the main characters are also black, so if you are looking for that representation, that is also in here. And it just was the best time ever. I don't think I said that it's on Kindle Unlimited. I'm pretty sure all of Katrina Jackson's books are on there. There is a prompt to read a book in one sitting, so I did that with this book, and I kind of also partially did it with the book that I flew through today, which is Game We Play, and I forgot the author's name, but it's going to be up on the screen. This is another book that is a novella on Kindle Unlimited. I was originally going to read it before Neighborly because it's even shorter. It's like 90 pages. But I just felt like Neighborly, was the right choice yesterday. And then today I was like, you know what? I'm in the mood for this. I just wanted another quick fun book, and I read the entire thing, and I didn't fully love this one, but I enjoyed it a lot. It is another super steamy book about this gamer and a journalist who comes to interview him, and let's just say they decide to play a game. And that's where it all begins. And I don't think I'm going to say more about this either, because again, like, both of these are novellas. I don't want to reveal too much. Again, if you just want something super steamy and super out there, and like takes a lot of things to a lot of levels, then you maybe should check this one out. But do make sure to check out the content warnings for this one, and there is actually a note from the author within the book itself. Now, I definitely think I'm going to pick up Witch Please soon. I'm just in the mood for something really light-hearted and super chill and fun, and so I think that I'm going to pick this up, and along with that, I want an audiobook, and I think I'm going to pick up Fumbled by Alexa Martin. Is that the author's name? This is a sports romance, and I don't really know much else. It's a second chance romance. So I absolutely love second chance romances, and I have heard great things about it. I haven't read the first book. I don't know why. I just feel drawn to this one. So I definitely think if I'm gonna love this one, I'm gonna read the first as well. But I just want to read this one for no reason. So I have the audiobook of this, and so I think that's what I'm gonna pick up next. And yeah, still in such a great reading mood, and I've already read so many amazing things, and we're only on day 2.
You can lie, you can try, but you'd like to leave this feeling. We got to breathe, to dig, to leave the life we are dreaming. It could go wrong, but I'm just a nest. You must be lonely, but you could be crazy if you keep looking down. Don't you cry no more, even if I hate no more, even if I want the more you're here, you don't know. Tears is in mine. All your love is waiting for you. All your love is waiting for you.
It is time for a quick update. I have started Fumbled like I told you I would, and I'm absolutely in love with it. I'm at like something over 30%, maybe 40 already. This book, like I told you, is a sports romance. The hero is a famous football guy. The two of them were together at like when they were teens, like at the end of their teen years, and then they didn't see each other for 10 years, and it also has the secret baby trope. So the heroine got pregnant at the end of their relationship before, and she had a son and never told the hero. Fun times. So it's like a single mom romance, and I absolutely adore single parent romances. And I always thought every time someone was talking about like how they love any kind of like pregnancy baby trope, I was like, I don't really think it's for me. But I think that what I don't necessarily like is like accidental pregnancy. But I actually think I really enjoy the secret baby trope because I'm really liking this a lot. And just like second chance romances are everything. So the two of them, you know, like run into each other again. I am swooning. I am rooting for them. I am just enjoying it so much, and I'm so excited to see where it goes. You know, I kind of feel like I'm not really reading any like fall spooky themed books, but we're gonna get to that. It's fine. You know, I just want to mood read and not put too much pressure on myself. But I did also read a little bit more of Witch Please. Not that much because I was just kind of getting tired, and so I thought an audiobook would be better, but I got to page 55. So far, this book is just really cute. I don't feel like super strong chemistry between the two main characters, and it kind of partially feels insta-lovey, like especially from the hero's perspective, but I am still here for it. I'm still enjoying it. What happens is basically that the heroine, Danica, she works at the Fix-It Witches store, which is just basically her and her like witch family doing all kinds of different like fixing all kinds of random stuff using magic secretly. And this guy, Titus, he comes to the store and he is from like a local bakery that is super popular. So the two of them meet at the store and they, you know, like sparks fly. They just kind of start, you know, like making it so that they meet more often and see each other. Honestly, I'm thriving and so happy. I can't believe how much I've already read. Like, I expected it, but wow.
Sometimes I think about myself and I wish me the best, but I just think I'm missing a voice and skills, I must confess. I'm speaking in English, but I'm just French. I would like to speak better, add a better fine rhyme to my letter on time like a watchmaker. You can lie, you can try, but you'd like to leave this feeling. We got to breathe, to dig, to live the life we are dreaming. It could go wrong, but I'm just a nest. You must be lonely, but you could be crazy if you keep looking down.
It is actually Thursday now, and it is finally time for some updates. So I was obviously gonna kind of like, you know, do a normal update yesterday, but I was just in a really weird reading mood yesterday, and I thought it'd be better to take things easy and not pressure myself to read or do updates, you know? So I finished Fumbled. And I really enjoyed it. It was just such a fun, lighthearted, quick, amazing book that just, it was exactly what I needed. And it was really sweet, definitely like swoony, and it didn't end up being like a 5-star, but I think I gave it like 4 stars on Goodreads, but it's like a really high 4-star, and it was just so good. I'm definitely gonna go back to the first book. It was steamy, but not like super a lot. Yeah, it was just really fun. Again, the tropes in here are top tier. The main characters are amazing, and we love to see it. When it comes to Witch Please, I'm kind of struggling a little bit, and it's not because I'm not enjoying the book, but I just nowadays struggle with physical books. It's weird because, I'm like trying not to put pressure on myself and feel bad about it. Everyone's brain is different, and there are times when, like it's easier, times when it's just really difficult. And I feel like for physical books, I just really need it to be like addicting and just like a total page turner. And that is not the case with this book. So I'm really enjoying it, but it's just kind of like more soft, definitely kind of slow at the beginning. And I'm here for it. I really like the main characters, but it's just not a book that I can like fly through and inhale in one sitting, which just then makes me frustrated because that's what I do with literally most books. So I'll just try to, take it easy and just read it when I'm in the right mood because I want to enjoy it and not force myself into it. So we'll see if I manage to read it by tomorrow, but it's fine if I don't. But one more book that I haven't talked about, well, I did mention it, but I haven't told you that I started reading it. That is Lesson in Thorns by Sierra Simone. So yes, it is happening. I'm reading it. I'm finishing it. We're doing this. And I'm enjoying it a lot. So, we love to see it. But I also seriously have wanted to read this book for so long. And I feel like just reading a book that you've had for ages and enjoying it is just such a satisfying feeling, and it's just really fucking great. Really don't know how to describe this one, but I'm gonna try my best. So, our main character basically starts working at this place called the Thorn Chapel, and it's just, like this fancy old place with a history. There's like a group of friends who have known each other for a long time, and there's like things going on there, and like chemistry, complicated feelings, and all kinds of things like that. It is like a polyamorous book, and there are queer characters in this. So that is like the main thing that's going on, and along with that, the main character has like some questions and things that like there's like a tiny mystery aspect to it. I know that there are some reviews that are like people felt like the mystery aspect, things that aren't the romance, that they weren't a big part of the book at all. And so I think it's clear to everyone that I do not care about that, and it honestly works perfectly for me because I don't give a shit about any of the other stuff outside of the romance and all the main characters. And I feel like it just has really great, again, like gothic fall type vibes. Absolutely love the like chemistry between all the characters. I'm already like halfway through, and so definitely gonna finish it tonight.
Tears isn't mine.
It is Friday now, and it is time for some updates. I have finished 2 books, and that is Lesson in Thorns by Sierra Simone. So that's the first one. I read this book, and I'm so happy. It ended up being like a 4.5 star. I loved it a lot. I feel like the first half wasn't like my favorite. The very beginning felt really slow, but once things started, developing and everything, it was just so good. And the dynamics between all the main characters were so strong. I do feel like with some of them, I didn't get to know them as well as I would like, but this is a series, but it was just so good. And it definitely got steamy, but like in the second half of the book especially, everything with the relationships developed really slowly. I would definitely say it's slow burn in a lot of ways, though I do feel like a lot of people have different definitions of slow burn. But yeah, it was just so good, and I'm so happy that I liked it, that I read it. Yes. And then I I read yet another novella, and this one is honestly probably like more of a short story than a novella, and it is called, why did I forget the name? I have no idea. Oh my god. I'm gonna put it up on the screen. So This book is one that I ran into on Twitter. I was just scrolling, someone mentioned it and said that it was 25 pages. I was like, you know what, let's do this. And it actually ended up having some like slightly spooky vibes in the sense that the main character basically gets this seduction oil that this woman who's like a psychic sells to her, and that is like the spooky vibe. You know, you're gonna get it when you read it, but it is definitely like just a super steamy short story that definitely isn't like a romance. There is cheating in it. It's quite something. Let's just say that. I don't want to say anything else because, like, again, it's just literally 25 pages. If you just want something super steamy, a little bit, like, out there, you might like this. I don't think I'm going to say anything else, but it was fun. It was a super quick read. Obviously, it's just 25 pages. That's that. And the last update that I have actually is that I started another book. So I am conflicted because today is Friday and the readathon again is happening until Sunday, but I do want to finish up this vlog today because I want to do another reading vlog for Halloween specifically, and I do think that I'm actually not going to make it a 48-hour readathon and just going to maybe vlog for the next like 3 days in like a more chilled out way, because again, I've been reading so much and I really don't want to burn out and I don't want to go too crazy with that vlog. So yeah, but I'm super excited and I do think that I'm going to read a lot of books because there's a lot that I'm excited for. However, I feel like I have flopped to follow my plans because I have all the physical books right here in front of me. I haven't read a single one, and I did pick up Witch Please. I got to page 100, and again, I don't think I'm gonna finish it today. I don't even know if I'm gonna like pick it up today, because I don't think I'm in the right mood for it, and I really want to enjoy it and not rush it and push myself into it. And with these books, with this one, I honestly, like, I don't feel pressured to read it. I just want to be in the right mood, because I really think this is gonna be absolutely incredible. And, like, I'm in the mood for historical romance just all around, like, the cozy cold months, so plenty of time for that. And with these two books, I do really want to try to read them this weekend for the other vlog, so I'm just gonna relax and just do that. The last book that I started for now, that might be the last book that I read for this vlog, is Femme Like Her by Fiona Zed. And I'm super excited because I'm actually really enjoying this. I think I got to like 25%-ish. And it's so good. So basically, I read this short story by Fiona Zed that follows the two main characters in this book, and I read it like a few months ago, I don't know. And it was so good. It was just like a super steamy, quick, sapphic story that I felt like they had really wonderful chemistry. The writing was amazing, and it was just really, really good. And I was like, I'm really invested, and I want to see the two main characters. And this book follows the two of them, and it's like a full-length novel. It's basically that, like, before in the short story and like at the beginning of this book, they had this like short like fling or whatever I should call it, and it was wonderful and everything. But then at their last date, one of the main characters, she basically ran away. She got a call, didn't say anything, just that she had to leave, and then she kind of like partially ghosted the other main character, and so, you know, she then was just really sad and tried not to think about it and everything, and they run into each other again. And so it's kind of like a second chance romance, the kind that like they don't really have a relationship before, but there's something there, something happens, and then they try again, and it is so good. They have absolutely wonderful chemistry, and I think it's going to be really steamy as well. And it's a Black love sapphic book as well. It's just so good, and I'm listening to the audiobook on Scribd, and it's wonderful. And I'm so excited because I think that is going to be so much fun, and it's going to be a great book that I can recommend to you. you. Adult sapphic steamy books are definitely really hard to find, and I haven't really heard a lot of people talk about it. So far it looks so good, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to read anything else. I do feel super invested in this, definitely going to finish it today. I want to keep reading, but I, again, don't want to go too far. I'm going to go read and finish Femme Like Her, probably going to catch up with you with my last update and wrap up later today. It is now Saturday, and you can see I did kind of like a fairy inspired makeup look. It's not really anything specific, but I haven't done a single like special unique Halloween type makeup look this entire October, and I thought, you know, it was time. But anyways, I am here to wrap up this vlog and update you on Femme Like Her by Fiona Z. I loved this book. I actually ended up finishing it just now today because yesterday I just felt like I needed a break from reading, and so I finished it now and I loved it so much. Like, the two main characters were absolutely incredible, and I was so invested in them, and the chemistry and connection between them was so wonderful, and I absolutely highly recommend it. I listened to the audiobook on Scribd, and Fiona Z has a lot of other books, so I'm definitely going to be checking those out, and I'm super happy. If I have like one complaint, it's only that I wish it was longer, which I don't normally say, but I just loved the two main characters so much that I wanted to see a little bit more of them. There were a few moments in the plot when they were separated, which made sense for the story, but I was just like, I want them to be together, and you know, but it was just so good. You should absolutely check it out, and I'm so happy that I read it. And yeah, so that is gonna be it for this vlog. It has been kind of like, I mean, I have read books that I wanted to read that I kind of like planned on reading, but with the physical books, obviously, I flopped. But the main thing that I want in any reading vlog, any readathon, is just to have fun and read amazing books, and I definitely did that. So I hope you enjoyed watching this video. If you made it this far, leave a lipstick emoji down below, and thank you so much for watching. Once again, you should definitely check out Riley and Lainey's channels if you haven't yet. I am gonna go now. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe for more videos like this. Again, a lot of exciting content is coming, so I hope you enjoyed this video, and have a great day, and I'm gonna see you soon in another video. Bye!